The Ahsoka series finally proved something that I've been saying along with a lot of other fans for a really long time, and that is that Dave Filoni needs to be head of Lucasfilm. Bare minimum, he needs to be leading the Star Wars charge. Something that is very positive about the Ahsoka show is that it's actually bringing Star Wars fans together, whereas in the past with a lot of Disney Star Wars, it really splits the fan base and there's a lot of arguing amongst those. Ahsoka is not only popular for those of us that love Star Wars, but it's bringing other people into Star Wars, especially if they've watched the Rebels show. I think where some of the disconnect for people who don't like the show is that they haven't actually seen Rebels. If they've seen Rebels, they would just realize that this season of Ahsoka is just a continuation of Rebels. The whole reason I say that Dave Filoni should be the one leading Star Wars and not like Kathleen Kennedy, for example, is that he's bringing fans together, yes, but also the writing has been fantastic. He fully understands the lore behind Star Wars, and it kind of seems like he's trying to separate his Star Wars from what Disney has in their head for Star Wars. There are a ton of theories that Dave Filoni is taking all of these characters that he truly loves and helped create and moving them to a different galaxy to where he can kind of create his own Star Wars universe, almost like a separate timeline, but not really. Disney has shown that they're not backing down from the sequel trilogies and those characters, and they're going to continue those stories, which is good for those characters and good for those actors and the people that like it. But for people like myself who aren't a huge fan of it, I'm excited to see what Dave Filoni does with his Star Wars universe because it's extremely different from what Disney's been putting out. Dave Filoni was brought into Lucasfilm for the animated Clone Wars movie and series by George Lucas. And he and George Lucas kind of have like a master and Padawan relationship. George, the creator of Star Wars, has kind of taught Dave Filoni everything he knows all the way up to this point, and now Dave is actually taking those lessons and continuing to tell stories based on legends and what George taught him. What a lot of people say about stuff like that is that, yeah, Kathleen Kennedy was also trained by George Lucas, and she was even handpicked by him whenever he sold it to Disney to lead Lucasfilm. But the problem with her is that she made a lot of promises to George that she obviously did not fulfill. What I really love about Dave Filoni is I'm pretty positive he still consults with George, even bringing him to set sometimes to take a look at these new Star Wars projects and advise him on what should I do with this part or what should I do with this character. You can say what you want about George Lucas and the movies that he made and the stories he told, but the guy invented Star Wars. He came up with all of these characters, all these different concepts, and you can't really go against him because he's the one that created it. I had a lot of really high hopes for Ahsoka whenever the show was announced because I heard that Dave Filoni was actually the one that was writing the show, and so far, it's been phenomenal. Most of the things I'm seeing about this show is that the first 3 episodes are either a 9 or a 10 out of 10. It has been a really long time since anybody has said that about Star Wars. This is also by far the most consistently great Star Wars project that they have put out in years. I personally like to think that it's because of Dave Filoni. I think this also goes back to the things that I say about like actors playing characters. You can obviously tell that Dave Filoni is a fan of Star Wars first and foremost, and he doesn't want to ruin any characters or lore that he deems necessary. I say the same thing about actors, is that you can really tell when the actor is a fan of the character. You see this with Henry Cavill quite a bit in the characters that he plays, like The Witcher and Superman. One of my biggest issues with Disney as of late is that they're hiring people, not even for just Star Wars projects, but projects in general, that the actors and the writers aren't even a fan of the things they're writing and acting for. I'm really hoping that the rumors about Dave Filoni being done with Star Wars after his movie comes out is not true, because I think he understands Star Wars more than anybody at Lucasfilm currently, and I want to see him continue telling stories within Star Wars. If you guys want to watch Ahsoka with me live, you can join the Discord. The link's going to be down in the description. Join there. I live stream the episode to Discord in a voice chat so you guys can interact with me as we watch. I also stream it live here on YouTube with a little timer like right here where you can just keep up with it as we watch through it. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about Dave Filoni and the Ahsoka series, because I'm absolutely loving both of them so much right now. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.